Hey there, readers and writers. Good to see you again. How you doing? Yesterday, you picked the article, issue, and action that you're going to use for your PSA and determine some key details. Today, you're going to develop a script for your PSA. Remember our 2 guiding questions for our unit of study. Continue to think of that last question, how do people persuade others to take action to contribute to a better world, as you draft your PSA script today. You're trying to persuade or convince your audience to take action to help with the issue that you're working with. Let's make sure you have everything you need for today's lesson. You're going to need the article that you're using for your PSA, and you'll also need a copy of Lesson 47 and the Lesson 47 note catcher on pages 138 and 140 of your ELA packet. You're also going to need a pencil. Go ahead and pause here while you go get all your materials that you're going to need for today. I'll be waiting. Welcome back. Your learning target for today is I can draft a script for my PSA. Now it's time to read. I want you to reread the article that you chose to work with for your public service announcement with a family member, caregiver, or friend. If you'd like to go back, you can go listen to the video from where the article was first introduced and listen to it read out loud to you. Go ahead and pause here while you read. All right, later in the lesson, you're going to be writing a script for your PSA. The script is a written version of what you want to say. A good structure for your PSA is an introduction that gives some information about the issue, what it is, and why it's important. The next part is an action for your audience to follow to help with the issue. And then finally, a conclusion where you give your audience one additional reason to take action, that one last reason. I'd like you to review your note catcher from Lesson 46 with your key details and think about what you would like to include in each of these 3 sections. A few things to keep in mind. Your PSA should share evidence from the reading, and think about what key ideas will be most memorable for people. What will stick with them after they hear your PSA? Go ahead and pause here while you review your note catcher and think. All right, now it's time to go and get a family member, caregiver, or friend and have a discussion. I'd like you to talk about these questions. What is the issue and why is it important? What is an action for your audience to follow? And what is an additional reason to take action that you can include in your conclusion? Go ahead and pause here while you discuss. All right, you've read, you've thought, you've talked, and now it's time to write. All right, using the Lesson 47 note catcher, I want you to draft your PSA speech. In that first box, I want you to write your introduction to the issue, what it is and why it's important. In that second box, I want you to write the action for your audience to follow. And that third box, your conclusion. That's where you're going to give your audience one additional reason to take action. Go ahead and pause here while you complete your draft of your script. All right, great job drafting your script. Now I'd like you to share your PSA with a family member, caregiver, or friend and ask for feedback. After you practice and get their feedback, then I'd like you to revise your script using the feedback that they gave you. Go ahead and pause here while you practice giving your PSA and then revising your script based on the feedback that you got. All right, great job. I'd like you to practice reading your script one more time and also read a book with a family member, caregiver, or friend for 20 minutes. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for our last lesson of this unit of study. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.